Welcome to DIY is my happy place. I'm Amy, and today I'm going to give you 10 ideas for very quick, fast, easy Christmas gifts on a tight budget. This is gonna be fun. Right off the bat, I wanted to let you know that I have some free printables for all of the DIY Christmas gifts that we're going to make today. So check the link down below for the free printables so that you can make some of these as well. The first one we're going to do is this one, and basically I print these off on a color printer and then glue with a stick glue on a piece of cardstock. Very simple, very fast. All of these can be done within 5 minutes. They're very fast crafts. So I like to add a little cardstock. It just makes it look a little fancier. Now you could print right to the cardstock, but it looks nice when it has to. Now if any of you have seen the movie Elf, this is a reference to that, and that's why syrup, and those that have seen it definitely know and will get a kick out of this one. And it's so simple. It's just the Elf quote. Again, you can get from the printable, a bottle of syrup, and some ribbon. And it's just kind of a clever little fun gift. And a lot of people really appreciate syrup and the Elf movie. Okay, our next one is just a fun little play on words. I feel like a lot of people like chapstick. This is just a fun little thing. Now, all of these, I would say 89% of what we're doing here today, I picked up from the Dollar Tree. I'll try to remember as I go along to let you know which things are not from the Dollar Tree. But so far, Dollar Tree. So I'm just wrapping this chapstick in a little bit of cellophane, taking some ribbon, and adding my quote. That's all there is to it. Look how fast. It's just so fun. It just makes it so much more fun than just a little chapstick. Now, have you ever considered giving gifts to the delivery drivers who are coming to your door? I think this is such a fantastic idea. And what it is, you give it a little treat and you keep it on your porch. So whoever's coming to deliver your Amazon packages or your pizza, whatever it may be, they can grab a little snack and a little drink. And anything goes here. Again, I picked these things up from the Dollar Tree, but you could get things from anywhere. Actually, I think the trail mix I might have gotten from somewhere else. And these little water bottles, it's fun to put a little quote on there that says "Melted Snowman," just to add a little bit more pizzazz. I don't know if you've ever had these flavored waters, but they are actually really delicious. We love them. But putting a little snowman on there is just a fun way. Now, I like to use the clear packing tape in order to glue or tape things on, so it's pretty strong. And then for my quote, I'm actually going to add tape on both sides, the front and the back, and this is in lieu of laminating. I didn't feel like getting my laminator out just for this one little thing, but it definitely will need to withstand some weather since it's going to be sitting out on my porch. So I'm going to add a bow just to make it look a little better. Now, if you have a hole punch, you could hole punch here, but I don't even know where my hole punch is, so I'm just going to cut a little hole in it and add a couple of zip ties just to keep that little sign on there so that my delivery drivers can have an appreciation gift when they come and drop things off at the door. Okay, next we're going to do something for your feet, for your mistletoes. And I know I'm hot gluing my fingernail polish right to the little handheld thing for your feet. and it'll pop right off. Now this ribbon I actually got on clearance from Walmart. So this is one thing that's not from the Dollar Tree. And then I'm adding a few balloon straws just to hold it into place. And those I did get from the Dollar Tree. I do like to have ribbon that has wire. It just makes it so that you can form it around. And since this doesn't have a lot of shape in and of itself, I'm going to go ahead and use some of my wire ribbon on that. And then I'll add my little mistletoe quote. This is what's fun, is if you have some good quotes, it really helps a lot to make it. That's part of the gift, is the quote. Now I'm just using a piece of foam core that I spray painted pink to add to this, again, because it doesn't have a lot of shape in and of itself. So I'm just actually using foam core for the tag on this one. And I was considering hot gluing it on, but once again I'm using my Packers tape. And the tape really likes to stick to the stocking, so it's holding up pretty good. Now I'm going to get another set of these really fluffy stockings, and we are going to make a faux cupcake. Now the first thing I'm going to do, you could actually do 2 rolls of stockings, or you put some sort of tissue paper down to hold the very bottom, and then you just roll the stockings up. You want the top to be getting taller so it looks like the whipped cream on a cupcake. And then it just pokes out the top, and then you add a bell for the cherry on top. Now that is fast and easy. And 1 pair of stockings and a cup and a bell and your free printable quote. Baby, it's COVID outside. I thought that was funny, a little play on words. You gotta have a little humor in 2021. And again, I'm just using my tape. Now we're going to do the next one, and boom, look at that. Red cardstock magically appears on the back. Now I'm getting one of these dry towels that you put dishes on to dry, and this is a fun little thing to just use the towel as sort of like the gift wrapping. So I'm taking a pancake mix, all these things I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to wrap this towel around it and use my packing tape again to hold it into place, and then it looks a little fancier, and it's fun with our little pancake quote. It's always fun to eat pancakes around Christmas time anyway. This could work as a gift to give to neighbors, give to friends, give to teachers. It's just such a nice thing. You know, I used to make a lot of homemade treats to give out, but I have a feeling that most people just throw those kinds of things away because they don't know if they are safe with all of the different things that are going around. So this is a way to get gifts to people without them having to worry about whether or not it's COVID safe or whatever kind of safe. And again, everything looks better with a little bow and ribbon. Just adding that extra flair makes such a big difference. Okay, now here's another fun idea, and I've got so many different quotes that you could pick from depending on who it is that you're wanting to give the gift for. Christmas calories don't count. There's so many fun things. One thing that I think that would be really fun is to put some cookie dough in and say, you've helped me become one smart cookie, and that, again, teacher gift or Sunday school teacher or something along those lines, seminary teacher, whatever you may be doing. Or, again, you could have this be your neighbor's gift. And it is nice to clip off all the different price tags. Don't just pull them off, especially when you're talking about your towels and your stockings, because it will sometimes tear or snag them. And I'm going to go ahead and just tape these little quotes right onto the hot pad. And I'm going to put a few of them on since I've got a black canvas behind it. And this will look fairly nice. But again, what does it need? It needs some ribbon. Since it is meant to be a Christmas gift. Now, the nice thing about this, I'm making 10 gifts for about $30. On average, these are $3 a piece. Not bad. How often have you been able to find gifts for about $3 a piece? That's really a pretty good amount. Now, I have these gnome towels. I actually picked them up last year, but had a few left over. So I'm just going to wrap up a simple cake mix. Really, anything could work here. You could use a cheesecake mix, whatever. Just wrap the gift with the towel itself. And look how fun that is. And then adding some of these Rubbermaid spoons and spatulas that you get from the Dollar Tree just gives it a little bit more flair. And I have to say, I love these rubber utensils that they have there. They're actually really nice to use. So then adding the quote, I'm always kind of playing around with it, messing with it, turning it this way, turning it that way, seeing how it will look best with what I'm working with. Now, you of course could use any type of tea towels for this. It doesn't have to be gnomes. I just happen to be gnome obsessed. Anybody who follows me knows I am gnome obsessed. So that's what I'm going to be using on this. I love this quote. This one's kind of fun. I'm on the naughty list and I gnome it. It's just a little bit fun. Now, these are some other tea towels that I have picked up different years at the Dollar Tree. This one has Deck the Halls. Now, I have found that it's a little bit hard to get the wording in a position where I can actually see it with my gift. So sometimes you have to get a little bit creative with the way that you fold, depending on which part you want to see the most. So again, I use my Packers tape to just tape it into place so it'll hold its shape. And in this case, I'm going to actually fold it around because it's going to go around this mug, which actually has a cute little quote on it too, but I really wanted to use this tea towel. And I got these chocolate bombs from the Dollar Tree, and I just couldn't figure out how to get them to work with this mug unless I did it this way. I kind of played around. This one probably took me the most time to try to use because it had a really cute hot chocolate and a cute mug and the chocolate bomb, and I just played with it until I found a way that it would all hold together and kind of match up with the colors. This I'm actually using some mesh rather than ribbon, just because I didn't want it to hide the wording of Deck the Halls. So you can be creative, whatever works. And then these cute little packets of hot chocolate. It was a little bit pricey for me. That was $1 just for one hot chocolate, but it had a cute little package, and yeah, I guess I bit the bullet. That was the one thing that I sort of splurged on, if you'd call it splurging. But still, let's see, that's $4 right there on that gift. So that's one of my more expensive gifts, as these gifts go. Okay, now let's look at the top 10 DIY gifts on the naughty list. And then there's the elf quote. You've got your baby, it's COVID outside cupcake. Christmas morning pancake mix. Our delivery driver treats and snacks and drinks. You've got, these are a few of my favorite things. Don't forget your teacher gift or neighbor gift or whatever floats your boat. There's room for everyone on the nice list. That particular Grinch gnome I did do a tutorial on, and I will link that below if you're interested. And of course we've got our chapstick. And last but definitely not least, our mistletoes. That's what I'm talking about. That was so fun. 10 gifts on a tight budget. And that is how we do it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See ya.